The name of the game has been lower lows and lower highs for Bitcoin and Cardano. And in this video, I want to break down the short-term charts. I want to talk about the resistance every step of the way. Bitcoin bulls, Cardano bulls, they are the underdog. In this video, I want to talk about what they need to do to break through. What is up, everyone? Welcome to Crypto Capital Venture. Hit the subscribe and like on the way in. Let's jump into the video, starting with Bitcoin. It's very simple on the screen. I mean, we saw an all-time high. The markets were hot. I mean, mid-April, like $65,000 Bitcoin. And then from there, it just, we had this consolidation. Everybody was kind of used to these little moves. We got the bounce, and we hit this first major resistance. It was a Fibonacci resistance from the all-time high to that swing low, up to Fibonacci resistance, and that was it. From there, Bitcoin spiraled lower lows, lower highs all the way since. And right now, at the very least, Bitcoin has fallen into the consolidation that we've really been tracking for, a few weeks now. It's the symmetrical triangle we've tracked very nicely. And it allowed us to kind of take a deep breath in the midst of this major crypto dip. And here we are, though, at the apex of this Bitcoin symmetrical triangle on this 6-hour chart. And we're right now testing, Bitcoin is testing another Fibonacci lower high resistance. And we've charted like every single one of these every step of the way. From this last little area of consolidation before the big drop off, right? Bitcoin bounced right into Fibonacci resistance. Then we have our next swing high to swing low, bounced into Fibonacci resistance. And we have that swing high to swing low, Bitcoin resistance. And look at this. Look how perfectly the lower high resistance plays out. And then finally, here we are, everybody, that last swing high to swing low resistance. And there's nothing more to do. I mean, really, there's nothing more to do than track this. We can all have our opinions, what's going to happen next. Every market analyst can say whatever they want. It doesn't really matter. All we can do is sit here on the charts, the 6-hour charts, the zoomed out charts, talk about the state of crypto in general. There's a lot of bullishness fundamentally going on. El Salvador trending like crazy on Twitter. But yet here we are on this consolidation chart, and Bitcoin testing, again, resistance. And each one of these lower highs, they look very similar. And so right now, what we're going to track is this resistance area. So if we look at this, though, I just want to point something out. Right now, this is okay, right? Bitcoin is seeing resistance, but it's very normal. It's most often not the case where Bitcoin's just flying right through resistance, although we would love that, and then just testing its support and blast off. Usually it doesn't happen like that. Sometimes we interact. Bitcoin interacts with the resistance area, and that's what it's doing now. And you can even see we had to wait for it to play out back here. If we take this swing high to swing low, this Fibonacci resistance, you can see Bitcoin was dancing around with this resistance for a while, bringing everybody's emotions just all over the place, right? The 618 right around 38,500, all the way up to the 786 around 40,000, right? So it was kind of like, we got to break up. Oh no, we got to break up. Oh no, we got to break up. And that's what happens in these moves of resistance. A lot of emotion, a lot of sentiment switching back and forth, bullish to bearish. And that's why right now, all we should do, in my very own opinion, is just wait, non-emotionally, and watch how does Bitcoin interact. Now, I'll say this. We're in this long-term downtrend. And what I mean by that is a couple months, right? We're in a downtrend. The bulls really do have a disadvantage. The trend is down. They are the underdog in this case, and it comes down to these moments on the charts. And that's why there's a lot of other things going on. The weekly, I mean, right now we're putting in a third weekly green candle. I mean, if we want to zoom in on the weekly chart, that's nice. The fundamental bullishness that's happening within Bitcoin right now across the world, that's nice. If you look at the momentum oscillators for Bitcoin, even the MACD cross already happened back in April, and we're oversold on the stock RSI, ton of room on the RSI. There's room for upside, but Bitcoin bulls, it starts here. These little lower highs on the 6-hour, especially at this crucial phase of this symmetrical triangle consolidation pattern, we had the fake breakouts to the lower trend line through the lower trend line with a pullback. Remember the 65% pullback rate? We got it. Now we're at the apex. Bitcoin literally needs to make the move. The bulls need to make the move through that 786 resistance, 37,600. It truly is the area. It's the only area that I care about right now. 6-hour closes above that area. There's so much other stuff we can talk about on Bitcoin, but that is the part on the Bitcoin charts I wanted to discuss. If we start closing 6-hour candles below this Fibonacci, the 618, right around 36,300, that's not good. It really is not good. We have this lower trend line too, right in this area where we are. So it's an incredibly important time for Bitcoin. So let's pivot over to Cardano. Before we jump into the Cardano charts, this is something that's intriguing to me. There's so much happening in the Cardano ecosystem. I'm so macro bullish. You all know that. But MinSwap tweeted earlier, weekly development update number 8, and just kind of going through what their DEX looks like. And it's just so solid. And it's just really exciting. This isn't the first, example DEX that we've seen, and it won't be the last, but you can just see how cool it is to envision Cardano ecosystem tokens being swapped on a platform like this. And so what is really cool to me is you have MinSwap, you have Cardax right here. I mean, this was actually, I think, the first demo that I saw with a Cardano DEX, and so cool looking, so clean. And then you also have, other ones like Sunday Swap in play, right? Cardax tweeted earlier, it's coming, and Cardax is already busy building it on Plutus. Congrats to everyone that took part in the Plutus Pioneers program. Our developers have learned a lot, have a lot of fun, had a lot of fun too. Let's make this a reality. The competition is what I'm talking about, everybody. I love the competition. It's just so cool to see all of these different platforms, the interfaces, what they're building, the branding they're trying to run with. Sunday Swap has gained a lot of attraction and attention from a branding and marketing perspective. Who's going to win? Who's going to win? It's going to be very fun to track this. So let's pivot over to the Cardano charts. ADA BTC pair. Ooh, man, I've been talking about this for some time now, even up here, just talking about how bullish it was looking. And we got to break down. I did tweet. I tweeted back here somewhere, ADA looks ready for an explosion to continue on this pair. And I was wrong in that sense. In recent videos, even as I was thinking bullish up here, we did talk about this very move that's happening, right? The 50-day moving average down here on the ADA BTC pair is something we want to always be mindful of. It's down there. I discussed, I think, in a video a few days ago, we were probably up around here. Just a move like that, 20% dip on the ADA BTC pair, even so, is not a bad thing. That type of consolidation is good for continuation. It's the grand scheme of things, right? So while I was kind of thinking Cardano was about to make a dominant move against the BTC pair, we've kind of gone opposite in the short term, and that's fine. But this could potentially play out to look similar to this move that we had, the 50-day moving average back in March 2021 before continuation to the upside. The whole point is, all the way back from January area, it's kind of been higher highs and higher lows. So 20% more to the downside doesn't concern me too much, but we're going to continue tracking that ADA BTC pair. So pivoting over to USD, this is what we're going to also continue tracking quickly, briefly on the zoomed out charts. It is to say Cardano is very much in an uptrend. Don't know what's going to happen with markets. Really don't. It's just nice to see above the 20-week moving average, Cardano, even after this dip, still 21% overextended from that 20-week moving average. We are overextended from the 50-week moving average by 150%. That's crazy to me. So we're going to continue tracking. Bitcoin markets in general are a really important part of this chart. Right now, we have a red weekly candle forming on Cardano. Not a big deal. What we want to really see this week is if we can close above $1.50. This area of interest that we've talked about on this macro chart, kind of flipping. Can we flip from that 150 resistance to 150 support before blast off going into smart contracts? That's what I'm wondering. That's what I'm watching for. Going over to the 6-hour, this is what you're watching right now. This is, if you're anything like me, we're watching the Bitcoin 6-hour. Over here, we talked about resistance, and we're watching the Cardano 6-hour over here. Now, the paths are different Cardano has kind of already seen resistance on the 6 hour. We've been talking about it's that last little swing high, it's a lower high to that swing low. And you can see Cardano bounced off of this resistance that we were tracking, this green rectangle, this 618 resistance at $1.61 to $1.67, bounced off of it. We're making our way down. And now what we need to see Cardano do is see support in this apex of the symmetrical triangle above the 786 at $1.44 to the 618 $1.48. So we're just above that area. Is Cardano going to put in a new higher low in this area, or is this support going to break? You have to be very mindful of that. Be careful for that. One thing is true in this crazy consolidation Cardano has been in ever since our drop in mid-May. It's been consolidation, but it really has been Cardano putting in, if I can stop clicking the wrong button, it's been higher lows, right? And right now on the very, very zoomed in micro charts, it's this last higher low area. Will it hold as support? And if you look at a price range from where we are right now, we're talking about 1.5%, 4% away from support right now. This can progress very quickly, but that's the support I'm watching on Cardano, and we'll continue tracking it. This is what it looks like on the hourly chart. You can just see Cardano. I mean, if you just take a glimpse, and if you listened to what the picture alone is telling you, Cardano looks like it's in this downtrend, and the last bit of support is literally 2 to 4% below us. It's going to be very interesting to watch what happens in the hours ahead as Cardano right now trades around $1.51 on the macro chart. What's crazy about all of that is that $1.50 area is being tested right now. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see what happens. A little bit of an announcement. I kind of want to throw this out. I just want to thank each and every one of you so stinking much. I tweeted this yesterday. Thanks to your support in our CCV stake pools and YouTube channel, CCV has just donated $10,000 to Place of Hope. Place of Hope is a faith-based organization focused on providing programs and services to end the cycles of abuse, neglect, homelessness, and human trafficking. God is good. And this is Place of Hope. It's their website, placeofhope.com. We're building a great relationship with them. This is our first donation to them. Sarah and I want to be very involved with what they're doing. And there's so much awesome stuff that they are doing. But just to let you know, thanks to our generous support, we can bless hundreds each year with essentials like diapers, formula, car seats, cribs, blessing bags, clothing, household items, and more, as well as provide child abuse and neglect awareness and prevention and child advocacy awareness. It's awesome. And these people are awesome. I love them. I love all of you for your support. We've been growing these stake pools. We did just launch a fourth stake pool. CCV3. And as I'm growing this business, because this is a revenue stream for me, it 100% is, but it's so much more than that. Sarah and I want to do good with the business that we're building, with all the businesses that we're building, and you all supporting our mission means a lot to us. And I want to let you know that, you're a part of this as well as we do this, as we're on this journey. So thank you all for that. This is kind of the mission, to love and serve, and that will continue to be our mission. So check out Place of Hope if you're interested, placeofhope.com, doing really awesome things. And truly, as I sit here and we're doing the videos, we're doing the stake pools, we're donating money, I don't want any praise at all. This is not me. This is glory to God right now for just being in the position that we could all do this together. And Sarah and I can do this. This is something we've really been working hard to be able to do. And I don't want any glory or praise for it. It's all God. So I want to throw that out there. So let's track the charts. In the meantime, support just below us. And right now for Cardano, support's below us. But for Bitcoin, we are hovering within resistance. Time will tell. Let's track it. Let's see. Hit the subscribe, hit the like. I appreciate all of you coming by. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.